Space. Go upstairs. Upstairs. Well, I could use a bit of decoration. Huh? No. Oh. What? Why? Yeah, now it's clipping to those bars. Yeah. Let me get a red. Huh? Other red. Yeah, I like that. Here's like a table here, I think. Yeah. Maybe a chair. Yeah. And another chair. Another chair right here. Yeah. That might be too far. I don't know. Base out of range, what? Yeah. And then make a someone just had some food. They'll look up there. And then sealed barrel. What? No, I thought it was that. What? That's not. Oh, that's too far. Where's little cups and stuff? Oh, there they are. Yeah, a little flask. There we go. Excuse me? Excuse me. Excuse me, I would like to stay in my spaceship, please. While I'm making a silly video. Yeah, that looks good. Let's see. shore, so it'd be a good thing. About here. Yeah, just, you know, casually floating above the deck. Why not? Sure. Wrong button. I get that actually on the deck, please. That'd be great. No, only floating, only floating. Got it. Only floating. Cool. I feel like I'm forgetting something. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, this game. Oh yeah, welcome back. It's time to go through the rest of Korthos Island. So I'm going to start by taking that level we earned in the last video. So if I recall, the trainer for this class, fighter, is over here. Right here. That scared me. Alright, I'm just going to increase the things. Same skills we've been taking. Level 2, I get a class feat. I'm granted second wind. Just going to go really nicely with those potions. Oh, heavy armor training would be nice. But what I'm going to want right now is cleave. And this will give me an attack that allows me to attack multiple enemies in front of me. That was really loud in my ears. Alright, now that I've leveled up, I'm going to go to my enhancement tree and spend the rest of the enhancement I gained in that level. I'm going to focus this same tree I've been focusing. Am I? I think since I'm not playing with anyone else, I should probably split and go here. Give myself some more hit points. Wait, no. No, Stalwart Defense is all shields. Vanguard, more shields. Stalwart Defense gives you a defense. How about this? I just focus Kensei. So I keep going with our weapon specialization. And not worry about that. And I'm going to save the rest of my enhancement points for the next level. So now we hit a little bit harder with axes. Yes, I know. Alright, Misery's Peak. After you complete the tavern quest, opens up and lets you go onto the island now. For this, the only quest that is required is talking to Ursa Jernsvard here. And she'll have us looking for Lars Hayton in the old Cannith Manufactory. But while we're here, we might as well help some other people as well. Handsome Will down here on the docks is also looking for someone of theirs, Drusen de Jurasco, in the Decrepit Catacombs. And the last person looking for help is the mayor, Viggy Store, who's wandering around here in the town square, or triangle. And he'll have us looking for his daughter in the Cannith Aqueduct. Alright, once you've gathered your supplies, gathered your quests, and feel you're ready to go, take the gate out onto the island. Alright, here's the rest of the island. I do have a hireling on a timer, so I'm going to go ahead and just summon them now. When did I get that? Turn that on. I'll have to go more about this thing later. I have it. Alright, first thing you'll see out here is Ingram. He has a chalice, like most other quest givers, but you'll notice it is not filled in with any colors. He has a quest for us, but not yet. He'll have a quest for us later. Oh yeah, I need to summon that hireling. Dryad. Hello. Alright, stepping out here, you can tackle this wilderness area in any direction you like. Personally, I like to start with this guy's quest, Gunnar Bowerson. What he's asking us to do is drop down here to that drainage pipe and keep a certain giant underneath the ocean from waking up. You just gotta drop down, swim up, and take out this guy right here. I forgot to actually put that feat on my hotbar. Where'd it go? There it is. Oh yeah, I actually got that enhancement. No, that's feat. Second wind, put that there too. I can cleave and heal if I need to. Alright. Underground complex. There's Dryad.
The air grows damp and fetid as the ancient tunnel descends.
Alright, not much to do in these quests. I'm going to stop this guy from ringing the bell here. If you're going for more experience, you can let him ring the bell, and that'll trigger some guards to come out and attack you. Get more experience that way. I'm just not going to mess with it. Oh, hi. Oh. Interesting. Okay, so there are hidden doors here for more collectibles and goodies, but neither myself nor Dryad can find them. So, if you want to get that XP bonus, there you go.
The tunnel splits here. Which way to the giantish device?
Alright, fork in the path. This actually leads to the same place. But you get a choice here of whether you want to deal with traps or fighting. We are not built for traps, so I'm going to go with fighting. Alright, easy room.
You hear ratcheting machinery. The sound of distant snoring warns you that you are not alone here. If you're careful, you may be able to take the sleeping guards by surprise.
The years of compression have not done that voice line any favors. Alright, as I said, if you have a high enough stealth and move silently skills, you can actually sneak through here and can defeat the guards while they're still sleeping. I didn't focus on that, so I'm just gonna trip him. And miss. Let's see, there's another secret door here. If you got a high enough search, you can find it. Let's get in this way. I do not.
The last Sahagin guard collapses to the floor. But what are they guarding?
You know, looking at it, my character's attacks are way more advanced than I remember.
This room looks capable of truly ear-shattering noise.
Like, I don't remember them being that flashy with their swings in years past. Oh well. Let's backside of that secret door.
With the gong's reverberations, you hear a slight rumble from the larger room. But then it stops. The second strike of the gong produces the telltale sound of cracking ice.
Alright, I can take the ladders down, I can jump down and break my ankles, or... There we are. These two levers here. I apologize. I should be doing more talking, but I've kind of memorized this quest, and it's kind of automatic now.
You spot a rusty hatch submerged in the putrid water.
Oh, hey, Dryad found this one. And it's kind of an important one to find. Because you get a resurrection shrine and a rest shrine right here. And you can go back up if you really want to, that's fine. I think this opens that.
You emerge from the murky water with great relief. The air seems slightly cooler here. The temperature plunges as you ford ahead. The giantish device must be near.
Alright, if you get up here and didn't find that secret door, the guards from down there would be attacking you right here as well. Hey, I can jump slightly better and tumble slightly better if I had put any points into tumble. Watch out, it's a spider named Crack. Don't step on him.
Ahead is the giantish device. The freezing
How do I
mists
solve
it is
this?
spewing are directed the wrong way. With the right timing, you can get close enough to redirect them.
There we go. Alright, I'm gonna park Dryad off to the side so I don't mess up the puzzle here. Turn that off. Turn that off. Alright, now everyone can safely approach. All you gotta do here is solve the puzzle, point the power sources to to both of these. You get one on either side, it looks like. Oh no, you get a big nodule in the middle that has multiple outlets. We only need 2. I'm just gonna solve it the way I usually do. There's, I think, multiple ways to solve this one.
The mist solidifies into ice over the ancient creature, but it's not enough. You need both jets to affect a thing of this size. A layer of ice
Yay.
falls over the ancient creature, guaranteeing its slumber.
Okay, now
Korthos is safe for now.
before I leave the quest, I need to remember to return Dryad to following mode. Otherwise, something very funny happens that's not at all annoying.
Steam billows from the hidden entrance to an underground complex.
Alright, so now we can go any direction. I'm going to go get some of these explorer locations. So if you look at the checklist here, we have 3 different objectives we can do out here. We can slay enemies, encounter rare enemies, or encounters. Doesn't have to be enemies, but most of the time it is. And explore points of interest. This vent here, if I go find this on our quest journal, this vent should be one of those locations. Also, when we look at the map, there's not much filled in. For the older explorable areas like this, there is a fog of war, where you can see where you've been and where things are in relation to you. You don't really have a good idea of what's out here yet because, surprise, surprise, your character's never been here before, and they represent that in the map. Even if you've been here thousands of times, by the way, your character's new here. Alright, here's the first explore location, this giant tree. You could say that something smells a bit fishy.
The Sawagin have turned this tree into a site for sacrifices to the devoured.
Another restaurant here if you need it. From here, I can either... What? Yeah, I'm gonna go up to here. This little perch.
The Sawagin keep close tabs on the comings and goings of the Korthos village citizens from this overlook.
Alright, this one's a good one to check each time you're on the map because there's occasionally a rare encounter here. We didn't see him today. Now, I could go back up there for another location. I'm gonna go double back to that quest giver. Hello, Gunnar Bowerson. What he gives us is a hat. Now, for what we're doing, I'm going to have to go with the battered helm. I put it on. It doesn't change our appearance at all. If you want to actually look like you're wearing the helmet, oops, come over here and click the head on your character. That'll toggle it on. If you click again, it'll show your goggles instead. If you click again, it's off. This also works if you are wearing a cosmetic item. It will show the cosmetic weapon or armor instead of the helmet when you click this on. And same with the goggles. Yeah, I think most people just, if they've got a cool helmet, they'll wear the helmet and show it off. Otherwise, you're gonna be seeing their face a lot. I like this character's face. Let's keep moving. Yeah, I don't think so. Where is he? There he is. Let's see. I'm gonna go up the hill here. Yep. Hey, he saw me. I love it when you go up to a group of characters and intend to trip one character and ends up tripping a different character instead. Always fun. Alright, I am approaching the manufactory. There's another rest shrine, a resurrection shrine here if you need it. Right outside this quest.
A mangled sewer grate leads to an old abandoned Cannith Manufactory.
Alright, here we go.
You enter one of the laboratories where decades ago House Cannith first imbued mist. The doorway ahead has been boarded up. Oddly, the work looks very recent.
Alright, so now we get to do everyone's favorite game of how long does it take to open this door? Much faster than Critical Role. I wonder, can I get his attention for something funny? Come on. You see me. Come on. Ah, man. Okay, worth a shot. I'm not going that way. Also, Dryad found this secret door for me. Thank you. What that did is that stopped these steam vents from blowing. Should be another one up here soon. Yep.
As you twist the second valve closed, the hissing stops.
That's how you get through there without going through the blades. Yep. Otherwise, you gotta time it and hope the server's playing nice.
A magical barrier, humming with compressed energy, resolutely blocks your path. You hope you can find a way to disable it somewhere.
What are these things made of? Aluminum foil? Anyway, there is a thing back here behind these boxes. If you have the ability to open this lock, you can get in there to that chest. I do not. Alright, we need in here to those. So here we have the only rest shrine and resurrection shrine in this dungeon. Well, the first... I want to say it's the only one. There's another one at the end, but it's after you've already done everything. So if you need it, it's here. But while we're here, I'm going to turn this valve. And that opens this. Dryad, I don't want you walking through this.
Icy jets of some alchemical compound coat these upon turning the valve. You hear a definite alteration in the pitch of the hiss as the gas struggles to flow around your obstruction.
So a lot of these quests just boil down to go in, click on a thing, and do the thing. This is one of them.
Without the alchemical jets coating the Cannith power crystals, you can now easily destroy them. As the last crystal shatters, the hum of power slowly fades into a heavy silence.
Now it's much darker in here.
Who in the flame are you?
Yes.
Oh no. The Sawagan
Alright, I'm
found
going
me.
to have Dryad
Suddenly the
guard
air
this character.
shimmers with devourer magic. The Sahagan have followed you in and are attacking. Haven's life is in your hands.
They wouldn't have sent so few after me. Stay alert. The Sawagan are still blocking our escape. Watch for more attacks. Sawagan scum! Keep coming! I won't die that easily.
You can actually time it so you can intimidate them right as they step foot before they can take any actions. And that should work. Unless you fail your intimidate check.
Now you see what I have to deal with. Once the Sawagan get your scent, they won't stop until you're dead. It's weakening. We might actually get through this. Just hold for a little longer.
There we go.
The Sawagan magic is gone. We beat them off. This time.
Aiden looks weary after surviving this latest attack. Perhaps you should talk to him again.
Remember to have Dryad return to you and return to following you before you leave the quest.
Go now. Tell Ursa to hold the barricade just a little longer. Then meet Amalgam at the base of Misery's Peak when you're ready.
With Hayton finally persuaded to help, the people of Korthos might finally win their struggle.
Alright, treasure. I'll take it. Right, tried you a little bit too close there. So with that, what is that? Not too bad. Looks a bit like pajamas. Gives us the same armor bonus as this one, but our armor check penalty is a bit less. If we had more dexterity on our character, we'd be getting more of an armor boost out of it, but we don't. We're probably going to be wanting to go full plate with this character. Why am I saying we? I'm doing this.
A mangled sewer grate leads to an old abandoned Cannith Manufactory.
Alright, on to the next quest. Alright, for the next quest, I'm going to drop down here in this frozen river. Oh.
The Decrepit Catacombs are slightly obscured by the falling water. You enter a musty hall, heavy with silence and the weight of dark stone. All of a sudden, the sense of rot and decay assail your nostrils. Something foul is here. In the corner, you see the glint of metal through some cobwebs. As the secret door slides open, you see a magical cell across the chamber. Could it be holding Drusen?
Alright, we got two paths, to the left and to the right. We actually have to go both directions, so just pick one. That was annoying. These ghouls too are funny, by the way, because occasionally, every once in a while, whenever in this quest, I'll have one back into a wall and then back up further out of the map. I don't fully understand how it happens, but it's funny to see when it does. Hey. Oh.
It cannot be. Jacoby Drexelhand stands before you, not alive, but not quite dead. He, Drexelhand, spits a curse and swears to return again before collapsing in a heap of bones. You take the cell key from his remains.
Yep. Just hold left click. Now, if I were someone who could pick locks, I could get this chest. But I'm not, so I'm just gonna finish out.
The decrepit catacombs are slightly obscured by the falling water.
Alright, I'm gonna go to the left up here for another explore location.
The rumbling falls converge into a small body of water. Devourer cultists keep a watchful eye over the seas from this strategic lookout.
And from here we can see the... Oh, we can't see... There's that tree we were at. And somewhere over there is that lookout we were at. Yeah, there it is. This is an attention to detail I don't think you see in a lot of newer quests. Just the bad guys out here doing their thing, instead of just standing in a circle or, you know, waiting for somebody to come in and wreck their face. They're just actually doing something. Oops. Checking for spider. Oh, maybe. Yeah, we got a rare encounter. I need to... move that over slightly. I've had to resize the window since I last played. Oh no, that's... Here. Back there. This back. Back there. And a chest. What did Chichik give us? A ring of alertness. Well, I don't really need it, but I'll take it. You can take a lot of things you don't need because you can just sell them.
Followers of the Devourer make sacrifices to their evil god at this fell shrine. This
Alright.
entrance leads down into an ancient Cannith Aqueduct.
This quest is also fairly straightforward, but with some side stuff you could probably miss out on.
Resilient spider webs block your path. They don't look capable of withstanding blows from your weapon, though.
But if my weapon was an actual feather... We made it to another door. Should I pass this to another adventuring party? Nah, I got this.
The cells in this room hold a number of desperate Korthos villagers.
There used to be a guy that would see you from across the way, pull this lever, and flip the bridge down. It's probably over here now. Alright, let's go save these people. Alright, so this is another detail I like. These characters you're rescuing actually have names. There's a bunch of similar quests where you're rescuing people later in the game that don't have this detail. Alright, that's 5, but there's 5 to go. There's also, if I recall, stuff down here. Locked door that has a chest behind it. So if you have a way to unlock the door... Bunch of levers here. I don't really know what all this does. I'm wondering if... There's a lever down there? What? Okay, what is going on with this section? There's just levers all over the place. Oh, that... Okay, that lever's locked. Pull that. That lit up. That had a green one light up. That had a yellow one light up. And a red one light up. What? Okay, so this lever here has a yellow and a red. And that lights a white crystal. which is attached to this door. Okay. That lights a gray crystal, which is attached to this door. And now I can open this door and get that chest. Huh. And there you go. 5 minutes for a little loot. Most players don't even know that chest is there. Oh, hi. Alright. I can drop down here for an ambush, or I can run across. So at the end of this hall is a chest. I gotta be able to do this jumping puzzle. And let's just jump on the I-beams. Come on, where is it?
The skeletal mage is put to rest.
More loot. Now for experience, I'm gonna go down and trigger this ambush. Right in front of this shrine and shrine. Anything around the corner? Nah. Ah! Ow. Thank you.
You have breached the Devourer's sanctuary. From ahead, you hear a woman's plaintive cry for help.
Alright, now Arissa could be in either here or further up there. If she's down here, I'm gonna have to be a bit cruel and make her wait. Ah, cool, I don't get to be cruel today.
The evil cult leader will spill innocent blood no more.
Why do you keep giving me shields? Maybe it's because I'm a fighter. And fighters can use shields. So I get a lot more shields. Even though I'm not using them. Whew.
last imprisoned villager grasps your outstretched hand, rising and running for freedom. The Devourer will not feast on the innocent tonight. Not on your watch.
And now this time I don't have to click the finish button. There's an exit right here. Alright. So now is a good time to return to town and turn in those quests. So I'm going to click recall. Oh, there's a lot of players here. Alright, so for finding Lars Hayton, we got our choice of cloaks or a rune arm. So this is an option if you're playing an artificer character to get a little bit of extra damage and have another boost to your stiffs. For everyone else, I would recommend picking the feather cloak unless you already have a source of feather fall. Curative cloak is another way to heal yourself if you want to run light on potions, or just to give yourself another option that's not a potion. And Cloak of Faith is a nice idea for giving you a nice boost to buffs, boost to your defenses. It only lasts, well, I want to say 5 minutes, maybe at the most, maybe 3. I don't remember how long this one lasts. For what's coming up, I'm going to click the Feather Cloak.
Your finding Hayton transformed the village. It seems as if all of Korthos were holding out for news of your next great victory with bated breath.
I can't remember. Does this look like anything without a cosmetic on? Oh, it actually looks like feathers. That's pretty nice. I might leave it like that for a bit. Alright, for finding Drusen Durasco, we have our choice of goggles. I'm actually not sure if I'm keeping any of these. I will take the Blessed Goggles, maybe. Either that or the Goggles of Insight. The Ornate Goggles, unfortunately, are overshadowed by another object you get. So I'm going to take the Blessed Goggles, because that's a clicky I can put on my hotbar. Viggy Store. For finding his daughter, we get our choice of half of an item set. So we have 4 goggles to choose from, 2 sets of gloves, and 2 boots. I'm going to go ahead and look through these because I forget which one I need. So one of these up here, though. Okay, I think... I don't remember what the other half of Anger's is. I think what I'm wanting to do is get these Protector's gloves. Now I'm looking down at my hotbar and I notice I don't have quite enough room for everything I need. So I'm going to hold Control and hit 2. Then we'll click this little pop-out button. Hit Control 1 to return that one back. So this one down here will change by holding Control and then a number key at the top row of the keyboard. And then this one is just whichever number you popped out. If you do Control 2, it'll focus this hotbar over here. Control 1, focus back over here. Like if I pop out, let's go Control 4, pop it out. If I do Control 4, it'll focus this one. Now when I hit any of the ones on the top row, I'll do 1, then 2, then 3. Actually, you can see it lighting up as I hit them on the keyboard. Pretty snazzy. Return these ones back. So right now I only need 2 hotbars. Control 1, return this back, move this up, move this down. I'm going to go ahead and push this down, push this over. Push this over here. I don't need 2 sets of healing potions, so I'm going to push this over here. Then I'm going to go find those items. That goggle there. So I'm going to put the blessed goggles down here. Somewhere here. That looks good. The ring of water breathing can come down here. And the cloak of feathers can come down here. I guess now I should probably go through the rest of my enhancements, because I actually do need to be spending these. So I'll go ahead and pick up an action boost. I'll give myself a haste boost. All 3 steps. So now every 30 seconds we can do an action boost to attack 30% faster for 20 seconds. Which is a whole lot of numbers. Put that down here. I do want to put this somewhere closer. Maybe if I do like that. Alright, I'm gonna go sell some things and then meet y'all out on the island again. Hi. I forgot about this. There's a coupon code to get the bonus items from Keep on the Borderlands. That's what this little thing here is. I kind of want to just push this to the back of my inventory and ignore it for now. Alright, so back out on the island, Ingram's chalice is now filled in. If you want to look for a quest, look for this yellow chalice here. And all he does is give us the quest to go meet Lars Hayton at Misery's Peak. Oh, my hireling contract wore off. I think I'll be fine. Hey, Zir is here.
The Sahuagin keep close tabs on the comings and goings of the Korthos village citizens from this overlook.
Vex player as well, and that is all the rare encounters I can encounter here. I just sold. I'm not sold. I just got you out of my pockets. Get back. No, 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 no. Alright, here's Amalgam at the base of Misery's Cone. It's very stripy up there.
You come across a makeshift camp. A scraggly dwarf sits on a log, trying in vain to keep warm.
Alright, we can talk to him. He's another general vendor. If you got extra loot that you don't want to keep in your inventory, or if you want to repair your stuff, or buy more equipment before heading into Misery's Peak proper. There's one more explorer location in behind here that I think is easy to miss. And the little peak of the dragon.
This broken structure once formed an elaborate aqueduct that channeled water across the island.
Come on. I don't remember the dragon flying this close.
A bone-chilling breeze emanates from the mouth of Misery's Peak.
Alright, and with that, that's the last explorer on this map. So now, if I look at the map, I open it up all the way here, you can see that the entire thing is now filled in. All the places we can go. And a picture of the dragon for scale. That is a feature from these older maps that you're not going to be seeing in more recent ones, unfortunately. It is a kind of a... It can be really annoying to not know where you're going, for one, I know. But on the other hand, it's so satisfying when you find all the places and it lights up like this. So, that's the trade-off. Alright. I'm going to go rest at the shrine before I step in. I'll be back. Alright, while I'm here, I just remembered I logged in today. So I have a dice roll I can claim. You can see you have one by this little icon here by your portrait. In order to claim it, you can click it and open the daily dice. As it says here, you get one free roll every day. So it'll be always on the first character you log into on the server. So if you claim it on this character and want to claim it on another character, that's too bad. You already claimed it. In order to the gold roll, however, you'll need astral shards. You can see how many of those you have down here. I have 0. Most players will have 0, I assume. The way you get more is you pay for them with real money. I'm not really into that, so I'll click on the silver one and... Oh, would you look at that? The description of the items just became a lot less interesting. Oh well, let's see what we get. So we rolled, what number did we roll? Somewhere in here, 61 to 8. Oh, we rolled a 69. Nice. 400 experience points and a potion of Rising Fury. Now you'll see it didn't grant us that on the hotbar. If we open our inventory, it gave us those experience as a little gem. I can spend this now, or I can hold on to it. And for the moment, I think I'll hold on to it. And then a potion that is... could be better. 30 seconds of that buff is not really worth it in my opinion. Alright, back to the peak.
Come, there isn't much time.
Alright, so I'm going to talk through the dialogue, probably skip through most of it. In short, the party that greeted us at the start of the island is going to go down that path there and get the attention of the dragon and then drag it through their section of the mountain towards a certain location. We're going to take the other path and try and
Selimus, ready your party. I'll weaken the barrier for you.
Ready! Charge!
Good. Now to clear your path.
Hayton clears the passageway for you. Now to find this quarry Mindsunder artifact. Victims of the Devourer cult arise from the icy ground, bound to slay the living and add to their grim number.
Alright, lots of straight hallways with fighting. It looked like it was another path that was going to continue on. Okay. Optical illusion. And here, our first shrine. Nope, we shouldn't really need it yet.
Humanoid figures surround a glowing pedestal. Their putrid forms are frozen in contorted poses, their faces set in silent, eternal screams.
And here we enter the first major chamber of the mountain.
The heavy door is locked by a pair of signal crystals. Hopefully the control mechanisms are in this cabin somewhere.
That's alright. We gotta go up. Yep. As you're seeing, these panels here usually circle around them and a number of zombies inside. Defeat all the zombies to unlock the panel. And from this point forward, you're going to be menaced by these little ice spiders. They will continuously spawn as long as you're in this section of the map. In fact, I think they might continuously spawn even if there are no players in this section of the map. And just wander about. If they see you, they'll attack you. You can usually tell one's approaching just by hearing it, even if your character can't hear it or see it. But you'll be able to hear them approach. You can hear one coming now. See? So upstairs here, up this ramp, is the first of the required panels to hit. We're going to be going this one for a bonus objective. Ah, yes. Our first potion greater than Cure Light. I'm going to put that on the hotbar. Cure Moderate. Who knew I'd be seeing that so soon? Alright, now that panel bounced off to that pillar there in the middle. It's now shining light here to open this up. Here's a good rest shrine for this area. No, resurrection shrine. Nice. No, there it is. Okay. This is another good checkpoint, I guess you could say. Doesn't work like a checkpoint, but if you're in a party and you somehow, I don't know, fall all the way down, they can bring you up to one of these. I think this is the highest point in this room. Don't look down.
With the second signal crystal activated, you hear the stone door at the base of the cavern rolling open.
But there's one more beam of light for now, for a bonus objective. I'm gonna go for that. Alright, here's a rest shrine if you need it. And I appear to be stuck in a lag spike. Okay, there we go. Nope. It's going to be very important that that clears up soon because I need to feather fall down. So, to avoid taking fall damage, the Cloak of Feathers, click it. Feather fall for 30 seconds. To fall faster, hold shift.
Chills run down your spine as you finally come face to face with the dragon that has been terrorizing Korthos. Even at rest, it is a truly awesome beast. The door at the rear of the cavern pops open. Cultists attracted by the roar of combat rush out to confront you.
There they go. I don't think I've ever sat long enough to watch the dragon run off like that. That's cool. Here's another rest shrine and another hallway.
The ground quavers, and you look down to see a tunnel beneath the ice. The dragon roars as it thunders after Selimas and Jeets and Talbron. The ruse is working. Another heavy door bars the way out. Once again, signal crystals are set into the wall.
Alright, they're up here. Another rest shrine.
A signal crystal glows with power as you engage the first control lever. But where is the second?
I'm making this look effortless, but when I first played, I really did need to use every one of these rest shrines.
You feel fresh frozen air gust in from the newly opened door below.
Alright, I am going to use my class ability, Second Wind, to heal back to full, and then rest. I know exactly what is behind this door. Alright, we have to destroy that green crystal on the ledge. If you are a magic user, you might want to switch to something physical to attack with. That thing is immune to magic spells.
Waves of psychic energy pound into you as you spot a green crystal on the ledge ahead. At last, this must be the quarry Mindsunder. The Mind Flayer and Dragon are locked in a contest of wills. This could be your chance to destroy the Mindsunder. The Mind Flayer shrieks as it loses the Mindsunder's power. The dragon reasserts its will and looks very annoyed.
Follow me. Peyton wants a word with you.
Whoops. So I guess I'll just let him back in. Whoops.
I wish we'd dispatched the dragon, but such a feat is beyond my abilities.
It will take hours to remove the fang marks from my armor.
Here, take this portal, so you won't have to walk back.
And like mad.
Eh. I don't know what happened, but it looks like the game decided we're not going to listen to the rest of the narrator there. And like magic, the snow stopped. Savior Korthos, they cheer as you return, but destiny has greater plans for you than just this small village. Whew. Sorry about that. So, turns out we're not in a winter wonderland. It's actually a tropical island. Who'd have thought? Pick up the reward for that quest here. And this is the other half of that item that you got earlier. It is always going to be a necklace. So if you don't have anything better, this is a good pick. What did I get last? It was the... What did I get? It was gloves, right? Yeah, Protector's gloves. So I've got to pick the Protector's brooch if I want to complete the item set. And with both of them together, that adds another ability up here from buffs. Beyond that, oh yeah, it's a bug. It's been here for years. This chalice just doesn't go away. He'll always look like he's got a quest for you, but he doesn't. He's just bugged. Anyway, beyond that, there's not much else to do here in the village, so it's time to move on. Yes, I'd like to go to Stormreach. Alright, welcome to Stormreach. That was actually a fast loading screen. Was I expecting to wait a bit longer? We follow the line up here. We can talk to this guard for our first skill check. So until level 5, you get to try any of these social skills out on him. We can try and bluff him. We can try some diplomacy. We can try to bribe him. Or, since we've been focusing that skill, we can try to intimidate him. Or not. What is our intimidate? 8. That could be a problem. I've been putting points into it. Why don't I have enough intimidate? Well, I have 3 more levels to try and solve this. What if I try to haggle him? Oh, there's no roll for this either. This is a straight, do you have a high enough skill or not? Alright, so I got 3 more levels to try and solve that. If you do manage to solve that, you get a reward out of it. Otherwise, probably not going to come back and talk to that guy. That's new, but not necessary for what I'm doing. Now, this version of the harbor actually starts you on, which side is this? The south side? Yeah. When I started playing, we actually started on the north side, and there's some quests up in that direction that reflect that. So I'm going to go to talk to Baudry Cardamone here, start this quest chain. And he gives us a small collectible bag. What this will do, if I set it to auto gather when I open it up, is it'll help keep our inventory just a little bit cleaner. So now that we're in a larger establishment like this, there's a new place we need to go. We can go. That is the bank up at the top of the hill. I guess the next thing I could do too while I'm down here is I can check my mail. It's a mailbox here. And would you look at that, for playing quests we got DDO points. I can go over that next video, I think. Alright, talking to this guy, we can actually access our bank and our shared bank. I think you have to... Originally you had to like buy this? I don't know. I think new players may not have a shared account bank. They might only have the character bank. And they might have less slots. I'm not sure. I know they recently, for the recent update, had to increase the amount of slots it has. I'm going to go ahead and eat this experience points right now. Oop, open up the banker again. I'd like to see my deposits. Thank you. Alright, I'm going to deposit my Lesser Heart of Wood, which I think every character gets, so that if you do make mistakes, you can talk to somebody further into the city and do a lesser reincarnation to reset all your stats and abilities. I'm going to go ahead and store away my cloak. I'm going to go ahead and store away this token here. There it goes. Took it a moment. And then the rest of this is stuff I can either sell or destroy later. Like, I don't need this Ember Great Axe. That's going to be destroyed. And I don't need the engraved ring. That one I think I can sell. It's not starter. I think I can sell those. I'll have to check. I'm going to destroy this shield too, just so it takes up less space. I'm going to rearrange this so I feel better about my pockets. Alright. Another character you should probably talk to before you start adventuring is Felix de Cannith. From him you'll get the Tiny Ingredients bag. Which I'll put here in the back. Alright, and then the last one you need to talk to get a bag out of is Fitzpat Defense. Come on, let me click. Could have sworn it was Fitzpat Defense. There it goes. Oh, good God, what the heck was that about? And he gives us a small gym bag. He gives us 5 small gym bags because I clicked a whole bunch. I'm not supposed to have this many, so I'm going to destroy them. There. That didn't happen. Alright, I feel like there's more I should be doing, but I am out of time for tonight. So I'm going to go ahead and park myself here in the tavern, and let's see, Spirit Binder. Alright. The Wayward Lobster here is special because it's one of few taverns that has an inbuilt PvP arena. You drop down there and any player can attack you and knock you out. Well, kill you rather. I remember spending many an hour just sitting there watching people fight. But that is enough for now. Have a good night.